Hello everyone, this is Dr. Praveen Verma from Adarsh Vidya Mandir, Mount Abu. Students, today we will discuss about the periodic classification of elements. And in this, today we will discuss these two topics. First, Dobbenet triads and second, Newland octaves or law of octaves. So, first question, why there is need of classification of elements? Initially there were few elements, and as the number of elements increased, the study of these elements is not easy. So, to study the properties of this element in an easier way, we have to classify the elements. In this classification, we have kept the elements in such a way that the elements which have similar properties kept together and the elements which have different properties kept separately. So, today, actually, we will discuss these topics, but first, as I just want to tell you about the periodic table. Actually, you know what is periodic table? It is an arrangement of elements in different rows and columns, which are called periods and groups. So we have three types of periodic table. First one, that is Mendel's periodic table. Second, long form, and third is IUPAC. Now, when we see the history, initially, the Dobbenet was scientist. He has arranged the three elements in a group. That was called Dobbenet triads. So we can define the Dobbenet triads as it is a group of groups of three elements, and in this group, if we see, suppose we take the example, first I have written here, you can see lithium, sodium, potassium, that is first triad, calcium, strontium, barium, that is second triad, and chlorine, bromine, iodine, that is third triad. So in this triad, there is one special thing, that the mass of the middle element is average of the mass of first and third element. So you can see this one, lithium, sodium, potassium. So the mass of the lithium is 7 AMU and potassium is 39 AMU. So the mass of the sodium will be 7 plus 39 divided by 2, that is equal to 23 AMU. Okay, but as the number of the elements increased, so this law was not successful. And then next law, we have law of octaves or Newland's law of octaves. So Newland was a scientist. He has actually given a group of 8 elements, and in this group, first and 8 elements have same properties. If we see the musical notes, suppose we take this one, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, again sa. So first and 8 note is same, sa and sa. And if you take this one, do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. So first and 8 is same, again do. So in similar way, if we have these elements, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and sodium. So lithium and sodium, if you see, lithium is first element and sodium is what? 8th element. So they have same properties. And next, if you say take sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and potassium. So sodium and potassium have similar properties. And same you can apply for halogens also, fluorine, chlorine, and bromine. They have same properties. So that was about the law of octaves. But there were some limitations of law of octaves, as it was only applicable to up to 20 elements, up to calcium. And as the number of elements increased up to 56, it was not applicable. If you see this one, suppose you take this one, hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, cobalt, or nickel, and bromine. So in this group, hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, they are gaseous element, they have same properties, and bromine also halogen, so they have same. It is also similar to these elements, but cobalt and nickel, they are water, they are metals, and they have different properties than these elements. So it was limitation that the Newland kept this cobalt and nickel along with these elements. So this topic is finished. We will continue the topic next period. Thank you.